Viewers, thank you for watching our channel. This is Mathematics Made Easy channel. My name is Israel. From our first video of this topic, factorization and completing the square equation, we've already worked on factorization, and here now we want to pick on completing the square. The motive behind this is to give us the idea on how to work factorization equation, then how to work completing the square. But this particular example is majorly for completing the square. So let's see some of the examples here, and from there we'll move forward. So we have question 1, question 2, question 3, question 4, question 5. These are the examples that we're going to work out on completing the square. So the first one, t minus 6x, let me clear this one for us. T minus 6t plus 9 equals 0 is an equation. So from here now, we're looking for what to multiply together that will give us 9. And at the same time, if you add it or remove it, it will come back to minus 6. So that's why we use this method. We brought out this 9 because you will multiply from here, whatever the value you have from here to this one, whatever it gives you, you look for what you can add it together and remove that will give you this minus 6. So we pick 9. Let's use this method. So we can 3 can go in 9. 3 in 9 is going to give it 3. So 3 in 1. So if you look at this thing now, if you add 3 plus 3 is going to give you 6. Then if you multiply 3 times 3 is going to give you 9. 3 times 3 is going to give you 9. So this thing can go, but how will we arrive to this? Minus 6. That means if you put negative here, if you add 2 negatives together, you're going to arrive to negative 6. That means 3 minus 3 plus minus 3 is going to give you minus 6. So we will now input this into our equation. That's why we come here t squared minus 3t minus 3t plus 9 equals 0. So we close the bracket, we bring out the common of the 2. So inside here, t can cancel t, it's still going to give us 6 because this is 2t. T in t is going to give us 1. T cancel this is going to give us remaining 3. So we come here, we bring out 3 out of the one that is lesser here. So 3 in 3, 1. So remaining t. So you know this one is negative already. Plus and minus. Plus times minus is going to give you minus. So 3 in 9 is going to give you 3. We close it together. And mind you, from our video, we told you whatever the equation you get here must be equal to the other side. You see, we have t minus 3, then t minus 3 here. The equation is balanced here. So from there, we pick the one inside. T minus 3 equals 0, or the one answer, t minus 3 equals 0 too. So t equals 3 or t equals 3. So this is the method to work completing the square, to tell you it's complete. Let's pick on equation 2. Equation 2 says z 2 squared minus 5z z, I think it's z squared. Let me check for you. Z squared, it's z squared, not 2, z squared. Then let me put it here, z squared plus 6 equals 0. So from this one too, we will use this one to add this one together. It's going to give us 6. But what can you add together and to give us 6? To not waste much of our time, so we just input minus 1 plus 5 plus 6 into this equation. It will now become z squared minus 1z plus 6z plus 6 equals 0. If I could guess right, or we could go like this. Okay, let's pick the equation. 6, what can go in 6? Let's pick 2. 2 times 2 in 6 is going to give us 3. Then we pick 3 again. So that means this very particular one, we cannot use it. So let's pick on this. So So if you pick this, so if you pick 2 and 3, if you multiply 2 times 3, it will give you 6. As that also, then if we want to come down to this again, so that means if you pick -2, -3, it's still going to give you -5. So let's input this one here. So giving us minus 2z minus 3z then plus 6 equals 0. So from here now, we collect the like terms, we close the bracket, z squared minus 2z close 3z plus 6 equals 0. So we pick what can go in the 2. So from here now, we pick z. How many z is z? We have 1z minus z cancels z, remaining 2 here. So cross this one together. What can go here? Let's pick 3. So z remaining z, because 3 divided by 3. Then this negative times this making minus. 3 and 6, we have 2 equals 0. Like I said before, if you see the value inside this bracket, they are the same. It's equal. So we'll pick the first one, 2 equals 0, or the one outside, z equals minus 3 equals 0. And z minus 3 equals 0. So from here we have z equals 2 or z equals 3. This is method of working completing the square. Is all complete. Let's go on our third example that says h squared plus 5h plus 4 equals 0. So we go through the same process again. We'll multiply this one and this together. It's going to give us 4. So like this one too, if we go through the same procedure, 4 here, we can see, let's use 2 here, 2 in 4, 2. So 2, 2. But if you look at this equation, how can you, 2 times 2, 4, how can you add 2 together that will now give you 5? So we'll rather use 1 and 5. 1 and 5. So it will give us positive 5, negative 1. Because if you multiply, okay, sorry, 4. Positive 4, positive 1. Let's do it like that. Can you go 4 times 1, 4? Then if you had positive and positive together, it's going to give you 5. So let's input this one into our equation. So it will now give us h squared plus 1h plus 4h plus 4 equals 0. So we now close the bracket. H squared plus 1h plus 4h plus 4 equals 0. So from here now, we pick the one that is common in the 2. We bring out h, bracket, remaining h, plus h remaining 1, this one remaining 1. So plus, we pick 4 here. 4 can go, 4 outside. 4 cancel 4, remain h. This one plus still remain 4. 4 and 4, 1 equals 0. Like I said, if you see what is inside here and this one, it's the same thing. So we conclude that h plus 1 equals 0 or h plus 4 equals 0. So our answer now is h equals minus 1 or h equals minus 4. From our fourth equation, let's go to the example 4. Example 4. This is y4. Y squared plus 7y minus 30 equals 0. So same thing, we'll multiply this one, 30. Then let's look for what we can do that will give us this 7. Let's put 30 outside. Let's divide. Let's use 2 first. 2 here, 1. In 10, 5. Let's use 3. 3 in 15, 5. Put 5. 5 in 5, 1. So if you multiply these things together, it is going to give us, all this together is going to give us 30. But we're looking the way that we're going to have positive 7 here. So from here now, if you multiply 2 times 5, it's going to give you 10. Then we have 3 remaining. We have 3 remaining. So how will you do it? So if this one becomes positive, this one will become negative. So if we remove negative 3 out of 10, it will give you positive 7. So we will put this one into our equation. It will now become y squared plus minus 3y plus 10y minus 30 equals 0. So from here we close the bracket. Y squared minus 3y, close the bracket, plus 10y minus 30 equals 0. Then we move further. It will now become, we bring y outside. Y, let me clean this one. So y can go in here, remaining y. Y divided by remaining 3. So close the bracket. So bring out the plus. What can go? 10 can be outside. 10 in 10, 1, remaining y. 10 here, 10 in 30, 3. So equals 0. So from here we bring out the one inside, equals 3 equals 0, or y plus 10 equals 0. So the answer here equals y equals 3, or y equals minus 10. Minus 10. That's the answer for question 4. So the last one, let's finish the last one, so that we'll conclude between factorization and completing the square. Let's work on the fifth equation. It's still the same process. This is 25. What can you multiply together that will give you 25? Then you add or remove it. So we can use 5. That means 5 times 5 to give you 25. Then if it is negative 5, it's going to give you negative 10. So let's input this. So x squared minus 5x again plus 25 equals 0. So from here now we close the bracket. S squared minus 5x, close the bracket, minus open bracket 5x plus 25, close bracket, equals 0. So from here now we'll pick the common one here is x out. X cancel, remain x, minus x cancel x, remain 5, minus here. Then we pick the one that is common here. 5 can go, 5 out, 5 here, remaining half, minus times plus is minus. 5 in 25 is going to give you 5 equals 0. So this one is x minus 5 equals 0, or x minus 5 again, minus 5 equals 0. So from here now, x equals 5, or x equals 5. That's our answer. If this channel added value to you, kindly help us to subscribe to our channel and like our page. Till our next video, I'm yours because he cares. Thank you.